Sunday morning, Kevin, Joe, Elliot.
Let's call this podcast Sunday Morning.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to...
Wait, I don't think Joe's... Wait.
Oh, give me a second.
It's so close to my ears.
Give me one moment.
I mean, you should... I wanted to keep doing that.
You guys want me to talk like this on a podcast?
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that, yeah.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your
All right, bring it. You know what? Today's the day, man. Kevin, bring it in.
Yes, we did it. We made it to the podcast. Sunday is here. Everybody's happy. We're ready to go.
It's not.
We have no idea where Steve is.
Like literally.
I
idea.
know.
Gone.
I know.
Where's Steve?
Well, Steve, last night was at a pool party where they watched movies on a giant projector in the pool at Brett Register's house.
He's still in the pool?
I think he's just still,
Floating.
Okay.
Okay, good. He's alive.
He's okay.
He's been
guys,
AWOL.
I know there's been a lot of talk lately of matrimony and new relationships, but I believe Steve recently posted a hot piece of ass on his Instagram. Is he going public with his... Or does this need to be edited out?
He's trying not to make it a big announcement. He's wanting to just let it... Yeah, he's trying to slowly just release things.
Well, just pretend I didn't say anything.
Okay, I can edit it out.
I say we leave it. I think I could be as loud. Even if we were as loud as possible, it would still be a pretty soft announcement.
People need
right.
to know
You're 100%
that Steve got a hot new ass. The surgery went wonderfully. Wonderfully. It is plump.
Wonderful.
It is luscious. It is
Good.
thick.
Part of me wouldn't be that surprised if Steve got some sort of ass treatment.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Because I know it'd be for a joke, it'd be for a bit.
Be an expensive joke, like his tattoo that says jokes.
That's right. That's right.
Steve's new ass. I can
Well, love
see
is in
that.
the air. That's what I'm saying. Ass love is in the air.
I'm going to a wedding today. Steve's wedding. No, just a wedding.
Whoa, you're dropping new bombs on us, Kevin. What are you talking about?
I know.
Wedding.
Just a friend's wedding, but a young friend's wedding, a 22-year-old friend's wedding.
Super young.
Very religious.
Maybe you'll make the next one that they do.
That's a joke on how love doesn't last, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday podcast.
I want to play this for them at the ceremony.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Well, good for them.
do you enjoy?
Love's
Do you? We know that Steve hates going to weddings. Do you enjoy going to weddings? Do you?
I haven't been to it. I haven't been to enough to have an opinion. So far, I've probably been to 2 weddings, 2 or 3, and they're fine. I don't hate them. It depends on how long they go on for. If it's a nice, intimate, quick, not super procedural feeling, then I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's very rare that the ceremony will make better memories for an attendee than the old reception. We all go for the reception and hoping that the reception is banging. But every once in a while, there's a good ceremony where there's just enough romance and emotion, and it's actually about the two people and not about the religion, or it's you go to somewhere, it's God did this.
Yes,
don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
and those are the worst. But every once in a while, and I know Elliot feels this way, it hits you right in the heart spot, and they're classy enough. Some are creative. I've had some where they had the a puppeteer do the be the officiant, which was really cool. You can have some fun with it.
I cry every wedding that I go to.
Really?
Even if I don't know them, at some point inevitably during the ceremony, I'm an easy sell on it. And I do recall, Joe, that I believe you were married by a gentleman named Andy Mogren, who was dressed as a Catholic priest with a very big hat.
He was literally some version of the Pope.
Some Roman cat. Yeah, something that he should not have been being, but it was pretty great.
Wait, so he wasn't doing it as a bit? He was,
it was
trying to be serious?
It was a straight up bit. There was no religion
good.
in our wedding except for what Andy was wearing.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. I've been in a wedding before. That's a different experience. I didn't mind being in a wedding when it's someone that you like actually care about.
Yeah, that's fun
actually
too.
nice. Yeah.
You groomsman? You were grooming?
Groomsman. That's right.
You're groomer?
Groomer, end of the line. Big wedding. I was like the 8th or 9th groomsman.
That's too many groomsmen.
It is.
Welcome back. That's too many groomsmen.
Yeah.
We're here with we don't know his name. Number 8. How was
Come
your
on out.
experience?
You're here because you guys were friends a long time ago.
Kevin,
yeah.
your little cherub-looking ass seems like somebody that was the ring bearer 7 or 8 times.
I was just once.
Oh,
just
see?
once.
Once
Nice.
is enough.
Cherub. But I mean, that's when I was a little boy. That was
How is that couple still married, Kevin, or was that also a kiss of death?
That was a wedding where he also got married at 22, and they're still together. So
Hey!
Good track
going
record,
strong.
yeah.
That was like 3-4 years ago. So
Okay, cool.
we'll see.
Shout out. I have officiated 2 weddings, and both are still married, and both have created life. And I take responsibility. It's like I take credit for all of that.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I've got like a little chart in my office that I don't have. So this hypothetical
Yep.
situation that I'm saying, I'm ruining by continuing to talk. But
No, I like it.
I contend. I
Dig
don't know
in.
if I've said this to you guys before, but I contend that there's a point in your life where you start to like look back and you're like, did I affect people the right way? Have I done things that matter? And I think it's those moments where you're asked to like speak, like do a speech, graduations, weddings, officiate, be part of them. Like the more of those you can get on your life's record, I think the more solid that your existence is. I think having that type of effect and being able to be the part of those moments is a good way to measure if you're doing things kind of right.
I need a moment like that to understand if that's true.
Well,
'Cause
you've
other-
had it. You've been a groomsman. Like you're.
I mean, like a speech, though. Giving a speech or something like that, it would take a lot of courage to do that, and maybe it would be worth it. But I think
Maybe.
a lot of people disagree with what you were saying, Joe, just because think about Steve. Steve hates anything about a wedding, anything about marriage. So he
don't
wouldn't
know.
want that.
Yeah, I don't know if he hates.
Let's talk about it. Let's decide for him.
He froze.
Let's go ahead and speak without his. Let's put words in his mouth.
Yeah, welcome though. Let's put words in Steve's mouth.
He don't care. He doesn't care.
Nazi. Steve loves that word. Elliot, how are you feeling a week removed? Has it nothing changed whatsoever? Also, you went on did you go to Joshua Tree? Yeah.
We did
Yeah,
a mini.
he talked about this Airbnb that was like epic.
It was a crazy Airbnb. It's been wonderful, and it has been, I will say, big surprise to both of us. Quite different actually post marriage than.
Oh,
pre-marriage.
interesting.
Yeah, it's been really nice. Like in a good way.
Like there's just like the stress that's gone.
Yeah.
More comfort. Just like you're kind of in your groove type
Just
of
feels.
scenario.
Yeah, it's a very strange shift. I don't know exactly how to articulate it, but it's very much like that. Now, the interesting part is we went on an Airbnb trip to Joshua Tree. And let me tell you this, Joe. They had something in this Airbnb that is the one thing that I maintain, and I think we've talked about this, that every guy wants at some point in his life. It was, Joe, I kid you not, a secret room.
Oh, good gosh dang it. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, what did you have to do? Did you have
They don't tell you where it is. I walk in, I look around immediately. I'm going, where's the secret room? And I go to find the fireplace, and there's a silver button on the side of the fireplace that just says push to exit. That's weird. I'm like, I wonder what this does. And I push it.
And it catapults you through the roof.
And no.
Trap door.
Trap door.
Yeah.
Slide. The wall opens up, and there's a secret speakeasy style room with a pool table and darts and a big couch and
So cool.
what's the soccer game, but it's little men.
Foosball.
No, tiny
Thank you.
soccer.
Tiny soccer. And so there was a secret room, and then there was a pool that had its own waterfall, like completely built around it, like a huge, like whole ran the span of the pool, and so you could turn the waterfall on, and there'd be waterfall cascading down everywhere, and little areas under the rock you could go, and so we just did that for a while.
So
and
you're telling me you made love on the tiny soccer table?
Well, tell them what other addition was there at the.
There's also
Airbnb.
a lot of security cameras.
Ooh.
So that was kind of a
Bueno.
bummer. And that was kind of one of those things where, oh, they can see us. Okay, so we'll be cool. We'll just, I guess, go watch TV and act like normal people and not be absolute maniacs like we would be doing normally. And so we watched Jeffrey Dahmer, which was one episode, and it was too intense, and I will not be watching it again.
It's
That's okay.
Yeah, I jumped in and watched my daughter. My daughter's in her like true crime murder phase.
Yeah.
And she loves that type of stuff, and so she's watching Dahmer. She watched Dahmer, and I would come in and out on episodes. And it's by Ryan Murphy, the same guy that did American Horror Story.
Yeah, I can't
so it's very Ryan Murphy-esque, but way slower. Like, what's his name? What's the guy that plays Dahmer?
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters. Amazing actor. Is definitely probably
That's what I think the biggest thing about the show is just his performance.
Well, for sure, but like, two things. That guy's definitely got some sort of like trauma from acting in all of these Ryan Murphy things. Like, you can't do all of that and not have something happen to you. But two, he makes a Jeffrey Dahmer acting choice that they really stick with the whole time, and that choice is the slowest cadence of speech
Interesting.
ever. And it's just like, it's plotting, and they stay on it, and you're existing with it forever. That for me, the show was just so slow and awkward, and you're just stuck in the morass of dealing with that I was like, I don't want to watch it. So that's where I was at. But it was a good, like, it's
good reason to back away. Good reason to not watch it.
I mean, aside from like the hyper violence and just
I didn't like all the I didn't like all the murdering. Yeah, personally.
But that being said, again, Evan Peters is an acting god, and I get it. But like the editing and pacing choice to stick with it the way they did, it just kind of like.
I wonder why that is. Because there's been I watched a thing where it's like they kind of went through interviews of Jeffrey Dahmer, and then that made me go through and watch the interviews that they were talking about, and he didn't really have, in my opinion, that slow of a cadence.
Really,
it was kind of normal.
Yeah,
we definitely creep.
We switched it to after that. I don't know if you guys have seen the show. I think it's Steve Carell's best acting that he's ever done, but it's called The Patients.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's a therapist that gets kidnapped by a serial killer. And really worth watching, and definitely also a little slow, but the episode's only like half an hour. And just great stuff. It's got the other guy, I forget his name, but he's so good.
Donald Gleason. It's isn't it? Right? He was in Star Wars. He played Hux in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And he was in Ex Machina.
That's what his Ex Machina. Yeah,
and Harry Potter.
And Harry Potter.
Was he in Harry Potter? He might have been in Harry Potter.
He's one of the Weasleys.
He seems. Oh wait, really?
He was one of the Weasleys. See,
I think you're wrong, Joe.
Yeah,
no, I
Grace
swear
said
to
the
God.
same thing. She swore that it was a Weasley. I was like, it's not a Weasley, and she was like, that's a Weasley.
Because I don't think they're the Weasleys are actual twins. I don't think that guy has a twin.
That's definitely not one of the twin Weasleys.
Hold on a sec. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Joe, you got to know your Weasleys, man.
Come on, get your Weasleys together.
Welcome to Know Your Weasley.
Coming up after 9 groomsmen.
Well, he's Gleason's son, and we know that. One of the greatest actors on the planet, who was just on SNL, by the way.
Yeah. That guy. Oh, that's who he is?
That's his son. That's his dad. Yeah.
Now, he was in Harry Potter, Gleason.
Yes, he was.
That's true.
Now we go. Okay.
But not a Weasley.
Welcome back to Are They on Harry Potter? Anyway.
Wait,
it was a great time.
What show was that one?
It's called The Patient.
The Patient.
It's Steve Carell plays
You
a therapist.
haven't seen ads for that, Joe?
Mm-mm.
I've
really
seen a bunch of stuff on it, and it's interesting. I wanted to see it actually just because of Steve Carell and seeing him take on a serious role like that.
Ooh, I mean, he's done it before. There's some good. There's a good, like, you could get like the box set collection of Steve Carell doing serious movies, and he's good in it. He's like Adam Sandler. Like, he's very his wackiness away, and
that guy has such an interesting level of fame to me because it's like a lot of people know him and love him, but he's really not talked about that much. He kind of like stays in the background, but if he gets brought up, people love him. Like everybody, he's great.
Are you talking about Steve
Carell? Yeah.
I think it's interesting because how old are you? You're 24?
Yeah, I don't know because you guys. What's your guys' take?
I mean, he was like #1 comedy guy, I think, for 3 years there.
I probably wasn't in the zeitgeist to know that at that time.
Like in the aughts, as they were called.
Yeah.
Right? In the mid 2000s, like he was kind of like riding high for a bit in the Judd Apatow gang, and then but now he's just kind of after The Office kind of faded into just, I don't want to say background, but just respected actor territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that we're using aughts.
Me too.
I feel like
it's such a good term.
Yeah, I remember when the time was coming where it's like we're gonna have to refer to these years as something, and we'd be like, I guess it's gonna be called aughts. People would say, no one's ever gonna say aughts. That's a strange thing to say. And now look at us go. We're throwing aughts out left and right, like we're just going with the flow.
Hey, you motherfuckers! I was right. He's Bill motherfucking Weasley.
Oh my god! But
Nice.
wait, he's not one of the twins. I
didn't say he was. I said he was a Weasley.
You're right.
He's not one of the twins though. He's not one of the twins. He's not one of the
twins, bitch. I think he's like the older guy that shows up for a second.
He's the older Weasley. He's the eldest.
Great. Now I gotta go tell Grace she was right too. Not gonna happen. I'll maintain he wasn't in it.
Big old Weasley dick. Yeah. Big old Weasley dick.
No. I found this book called 3,000 Questions About Me yesterday.
Ooh, somebody's trying to find somebody. Somebody trying to find himself.
There's literally, it's numbered up to 3,000, and you could pick a number, and we could see what it is.
That's a lot of questions.
It's 3,000.
420.
Damn, dude, you're going early.
Let's do question 420.
What is your most treasured possession? Dude, there's 3,000 questions. There's going to be some shitty
number
questions.
420?
No, you said 20, didn't he?
I said 420.
All right.
Number
like
one.
weed.
What is...
You
Wait, no,
stoner.
I can... I've actually I was having a conversation with my dad last night after the Mariners won their playoffs.
Hello.
And made the playoffs for the first time in 21 years, and it's a really big deal.
I saw a highlight of this, yeah.
But
That's cool.
he was talking about his 401k because I don't know. Is trash right now. It's really scary. We don't have them. Our parents do.
Okay.
So we started talking about possessions and stuff, and I was like, oh, you know what's funny, Dad? I don't own, I really have no assets to my name that matter. The only thing that I own is my truck from 1997 that I've had since 2007. It's literally the only thing, like a legit asset to my name. So I'm not saying it's my most prized possession, but I am saying it's my only real possession.
Real possession. That's awful.
Yeah.
And it's still, dude, it's still going.
What about,
it's
hold
still
on, Joe.
going.
What about your children?
I think there's a borderline world where I would get canceled if I called them my possessions.
Not until they're 18.
Welcome to my possession, Hayden, and here's my other possession, Jackson. Sometimes I let them out of the box.
I own them.
I am
my property.
They look a lot like me, but that does not keep me from putting them on the table for a little bit of bartering. Let's go!
Yeah, I like you just take you take Hayden to Antique Roadshow. What do you think?
Dude, that's a great idea for a sketch. Holy crap.
Yeah.
No, I've had it.
That is really good.
How long have you had it for? I've had about 13 years. I've had about 13 years.
But then the Antique Roadshow guy just totally falls into it, and he's like, well, it depends on what market you're in. If you're in the South American market, you've got a light-haired, light-eyed specimen here, and could go
checking the palms and everything.
Yeah, grip strength.
Yeah.
You see this birthmark
God,
right on the
that
forearm,
would
the
get
birthmark.
so bad.
the birthmark. It's not anything. It's benign, but it will remove the value a little bit because we're looking for straight. It's a sign that it's there's not necessarily a defect, but it's not one of the original models.
Yeah.
Now we do like symmetry in most things, but as a matter of fact, in humans, we actually look for the little imperfections, and sometimes they can up the value. Like, for instance, take your child here. We can see that the left leg is about 3 millimeters shorter than the other, resulting in a very interesting gait, and we like that.
Unique.
Oh man!
Also, did you know the fingers are detachable? Watch this.
Oops, I was wrong. It's like that clip of the dude that's like, "This is worth $5 million," and then it crumbles in his hand. It's one of the best clips of Antique Roadshow.
I don't think I've seen that. Damn.
Oh, that sounds very sad and funny.
And he just goes, "Oh,
oh no!"
It's so good. Antique Roadshow is. Well, one, we don't talk about it enough anymore, but two, is it kind of like the precursor to the Great British Bake Off in a way? Just kind of like super laid back, like put it on in the background. It's enjoyable. It's not as I would say, how would we describe British Bake Off?
It's not like Dahmer.
It's not like Dahmer.
It's a little different than Dahmer.
I think people think British Bake Off makes them feel good. There's like a lift to it. I think maybe not that for Antiques Roadshow, but I do like just the laid back nature of it.
Yep.
Same with Great British Bake Off. It is really a wonderful show.
There's a clip of them who made tacos. Did you hear how they pronounce pico de gallo? It's very
I watched that episode last night, but I don't remember what they said about pico de gallo. They were so confused by it.
It was like they said it like pico de. They just said it so like English, and it was. There's a clip of it that you should find.
Okay, great.
Was it like
perfect.
Pico de Gallo?
Gallo. That was it.
Nice.
Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo.
Which that's what it looks like.
Excuse me, sir. Did you just rhyme shallow with Pico de Gallo?
Did
you say de Gallo?
Pico de Gallo.
Do you guys, talking about antique and like treasure possession, do you guys have like a box? I have a box underneath, or used to be underneath my first bed, that has like a box full of baseball cards from the year I was born, like a coin set from the year I was born. Do you guys have stuff like that, or is that just a weird mom thing that my mom wanted to keep for me?
I don't have anything for the year of my birth.
Yeah, I have like 1995 baseball cards, like an entire set, and same with like all the coins from 1995.
I love that idea. That's so cute.
All right.
I got something slightly like it. My dad, when I went to college, he kind of like went into super nostalgic memory crafty mode, and he basically for 3 years, like, he took all of the things that he collected over my adolescence and my brothers and sisters' adolescence, newspaper clippings, pictures, report cards, like all that stuff, and he made all of us like 2 to 3 super thick scrapbooks of our existence together, and it was really cool, and I still have them, and I'll cherish them forever. So he did that, and inside some of those, I suppose the thing that he kept, other than just, you know, I've got like the hospital bracelet. I was born with a rat tail. They cut it off and put a little baggie. That's in there. Like a bunch of stuff like that. But the closest thing to what you're talking about is
I didn't know that was possible.
Nasty. Oh yeah, he was gross, hairy little rat. Newspaper clippings of the time of the year we come out that we were born. It's so early.
It's the year I came out.
So yeah, I got that, and then it's interesting what you treasure over the course of your life.
Yeah, I definitely don't treasure that, but I just maybe one day I will if they cost a bunch of money.
Yeah, right.
If it becomes a treasure,
you let somebody else treasure it, and you go to the bank.
Yeah.
But like for the longest time, I had my box, and I still have it somewhere. But I had a box full of like, these are the plaques and medals and awards that I won
trophies
in sports
and
growing
things like
up.
that.
And I would say from like age 15 to 25, I was like, this is the best thing that I have in my life. And nobody will ever touch it and I'll never forget about it. And I stumbled upon it recently and I was like, this is a bunch of heavy shit. Should I get rid of it?
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, it's what do you treasure?
The sentimental stuff does not. Yeah, it doesn't stick around. I don't have any. I kind of. Yeah. You shouldn't throw it away though, Joe. You should keep it and hold on and put it around. Pride.
Should I wear my like second place 4x400 relay medal to work on Monday?
I thought you were gonna say, should I wear the rat tail? And I think you should definitely do that. Or start shaving. If you started going into work, Joe, with a rat tail, I think you'd make a lot of friends really quick.
It would be interesting to grow that thing out again.
I don't know why I'm so shocked by this. I didn't know a baby could have a rat tail.
Some of those little shitheads come out super hairy.
That's so long. That's like this long.
Whoa, no, it was no.
Okay,
it was like,
just a tiny little.
It's a tiny little rat.
No, let's imagine that it spanned his entire body.
Just one glorious strand down to the crack. They actually lifted me up by it and spanked me.
Like wrapped around your head twice.
Oh, it's wrapped around his neck. Get him out quick.
What's the next question? Besides my most treasured possession, Kevin.
Oh, you wanted to do 420.
That was
What? Do you get it?
Yeah, dude, you're freaking obsessed with weed.
After I'm done.
That's me.
420. This one's dumb. If you could ask your future self one question, what would it be? Lame.
Yep. Bye.
Lame.
I hate my future self. I don't want to talk to that guy. He's a dick.
All right,
Well, have you met your past self? Because that guy, when I meet past Elliot, that's not fun either.
Number 788. How do you feel about redheads?
Well,
apparently, Joe knows which ones are Weasleys and which ones are.
Thank you.
So,
yeah, they're all Weasleys.
Yeah, they're all Weasleys. Until proven otherwise, they were all in Harry Potter.
Damn, this is like
two out of 3, something like that. 2 out of 3 redheads. No, 2 out of 3. My first 4 girlfriends were redheads. Were Weasleys.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
Yeah, was that like a thing?
Yes.
Nice, Joe. Hell yeah.
Back to Dahmer.
Absolutely.
Joe was so close.
I'm still looking, guys. These are really not good questions. I understand why I haven't picked
Are you
up a book
disappointed in your...
time.
I was going to say, are you disappointed in the purchase of your book?
Well, I got this book probably like 7 years ago, and I just found it yesterday. So that's why I remember why I didn't.
Is that book
like
your
it.
most prized possession? What's the
It might be.
3,000? What is the 3,000th
question? That's a great. There you go. Love that, Joe.
How does this book end? How does this book make you?
See,
want
I don't,
3,
dude. I think they
more?
I think they randomized it. Cause listen to this question: when you're sick, do you grin and bear it, or just curl up in bed as much as possible? That's the last question.
I think you should burn that book on the
you put that in the
podcast.
trash.
You want me to do it live right now?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what your least treasured possession should be, Kevin. It should be that butt.
Look, I
Wait,
was
hold
hoping
on.
we could get
Is
something
there
out of it.
Is there an author attributed to this book?
Yeah, let's cancel them somehow.
What page are you on?
Oh, there's not.
What page
Guys,
was?
what page? What are
Yeah.
you talking about? Here we go. No, there's no like direct offer. It's just like a company that made it.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
algorithmically threw that crap
Absolute.
together.
Piccadilly.
Hey Siri, give me 3,000 questions. Oh, my phone
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
my phone just reacted. It's blowing up. It grew legs. It's making love to me. We're falling in love.
Joe. I believe that we have.
A hard swallow of that water. You doing okay? That was a
Wow.
Thanks,
like that.
Yeah, it was good. I needed it. But, hold on. Got it.
Hey,
Wait,
Joe.
let me try it with coffee.
Joe, it's
Hold
about...
on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me try. I'll get close to the mic here.
Oh, here we go. Get ready, everybody, for some ASMR.
I gotta be honest, I barely heard that, Joe.
That's hurtful.
I'm a little disappointed.
Damn it.
I was gonna say, I believe it's time for you to read a piece of paper.
Yep. Yep.
Come on, Joe.
Joe, come on.
Hit the
Joe.
music.
What are you talking about? Oh!
Come on.
Oh, man. I was like, what inside joke?
That was the first time I think I've seen Joe go blank. Like,
Oh, man. What the hell's going on here? Boys, guess what? It's time for Hello Fresh.
yes, he knows it.
Boom! We got it, guys. HelloFresh, we love it here at the Valleycast, and that isn't something I'm reading. That's something I'm saying. When
right.
HelloFresh is on the doorstep, it's like, I don't gotta think for 3 meals. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna learn how to cook a little bit. It's awesome. Now let me read about it. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and get this, affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. I'm going to choose
Beautiful.
at least 2 of these talking points. Let's see here. I'm going to go with 1 and 4. Let's see what they say. Subscribe to HelloFresh and check save money off your fall to-do list. HelloFresh is 25% cheaper than takeout and less expensive than grocery store shopping too, which, if that stat's true, that's incredible. You win right there, HelloFresh.
It's true.
Well, yeah, you're skipping the trip to the store. You're saving on gas, which where I'm at is like $6.50
Well, also,
a gallon.
groceries in general are going up.
It's too much. It's too much.
And, there's something to be said for when groceries just show up and you don't think, man, I just spent $7 on this onion. Let HelloFresh handle it. Number 4. Where do I shop? Have your pumpkin spice and eat it too with a rotating selection of fall-inspired items from HelloFresh Market. From brunch kits to a fall dessert board, you'll find everything you need for all your favorite autumn occasions, like tailgating, Oktoberfest, and more.
Oh.
That's cool. So you get to you can thematize your palate, and HelloFresh will keep up with you. It's great. Last time that we had it ordered for my family, which is a gluten-free family, and we tried to avoid pork, all for allergy reasons. You can tell them that, and they will send you meal kits that are designed to make sure. So, shout out to HelloFresh. We had a breaded pico chicken last time, and it was mashed the potatoes myself.
Gallo.
Pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo.
Mwah, mwah. Beautiful,
Gallo.
awesome. Elliot does it as well. Kevin does it as well. Do you guys love HelloFresh?
I love it.
You know what Grace did last night? She mixed 2 of them together.
Oh my God.
Wait, do you remember?
Oh my God, what'd she mix?
One was a spaghetti and one was a breaded chicken. And
Oh.
She put them together. It was pretty great. It worked.
Oh,
My
you should
favorite.
marry that girl.
Damn. Yeah,
should marry
that's what a great.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Why
I'm gonna
gotta be-
marry her anyway. All right, here we go. Guys, go to HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast65 and use code ValleyCast65 for 65% off plus free shipping. I'm going to
What a
repeat
great
that.
number.
Go to HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast65 and use code ValleyCast65 for 65% off plus free shipping. It's awesome. We really enjoy it. Thank you, HelloFresh, for supporting the Valleycast, and all of you who want to support us, support HelloFresh yourselves. It's a vicious circle of support. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Boom.
Nicely done, Joe.
Been a while since I did one.
Yeah, nice work, Joe. Can we talk
Yeah.
about baby fever real quick?
Yeah, it's really sad when babies have
Do you-
fevers. It's tough.
Do you have that?
I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she said when she thinks about somebody having baby fever, she thinks it's gross because she thinks that what that person is thinking is when they see a baby that they think is really cute, they're like, I want to go fuck somebody so that I can have a baby. And I was like, that is not what baby fever is.
I mean,
how do you know?
Well, this is where a little bit of an argument came.
Like, it might be like on the checklist of like steps it takes to get from A to Z, but I don't think anybody thinks about it that way.
Thank you. I'm gonna send her this clip. Joe, you're the voice of reason.
Once again, one of my favorite moments when after the wedding in Vegas, Grace and I were walking around doing photos on Fremont Street. And people would talk to us quite a bit because it's Fremont Street.
Which, by the way, your guys' photos were very adorable.
Really nice and candid, not like super professional looking, but still nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Grace's dress was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so fun. And so at one point, this group of people walked past us, and they stop, and they're looking at us, and they're about 2 feet away from us, and they just kind of look us up and down, and they go, damn, y'all gonna have some tall babies. Grace is like, yeah, all legs. They're just all legs. And it was very funny. But
they're not wrong.
Baby fever, I have no familiarity with such a concept.
But your friend automatically thinks, like, somebody goes,
she gets
oh my
grossed
gosh, your baby is so cute. I want to have a baby.
I want to have sex
right now.
She's like, it's gross. It's gross because, when you see a baby, you get horny. And I'm like, nuh-uh, that's not what's happening.
Again, another good sketch if the right people are doing it on SNL. Really good sketch.
Oh, just got baby fever.
Wait, I didn't know Elliot was against babies.
Well, I don't think that's true.
He just said it.
No. Elliot wants a baby.
You want a baby?
At some point. Long time.
It sounded like, oh, okay. Well, how much longer do you got, man?
According to the doctor, my body is falling apart, and I have to do it now. Because I've already decided I have to carry it, because Grace doesn't want to carry it, and that's going to be difficult to figure out.
Mr. Morgan, you're going to have to get on this right now. I was looking at your test results, and it looks like you have a bad case of crumble dick. Your dick is slowly disintegrating.
Oh, God, he said I had crumble dick, baby.
You got crumble dick. Anyways.
You weren't wrong.
Bye.
It was crumbling. It's what's your thing, Joe? The crumple? When you crumpling?
The crumpling.
Yeah.
But we don't want
it 30 days of crumpling?
30 days of crumpling. Guys, there is a connection that I have to the concept of crumpling that is so stupid and sad. Like, I really thought for years I would make it catch on. Like, I thought for years if I just kept doing it, if the plank could catch on,
just keep crumpling.
Maybe the crumple could catch on, and but I wonder if, like, 5 years ago, if David fucking Dobrik would have done it, would it have caught on? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
You can't force a trend.
No,
you know?
You can't. You
can't.
It's hard.
I think people enjoyed it, though, Joe. I think you should feel proud of it.
Oh. I'll release a book.
Yeah.
I mean, you bought
3,000 days of crumpling.
Oh, my God. That's literally about 10 years.
Yes. Then it would catch on.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to be like Forrest Gump it. You have to dedicate your life to this. It can't just be something you do for fun. It's got to be, you need a plan. You need a 5-year plan. And when you got to talk about hashtags, we got to start utilizing the hashtags more. I don't know that Crumpling is the right way to go. It might need to be Crumpling. It depends.
You're right.
I don't know. We're going to have to check
you're right.
Has YouTube become unwatchable for you guys?
Yes.
I cannot get through 2 minutes of a video without getting an ad.
The ad.
No.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were talking about another concept of it.
and then people go, get YouTube Premium, and you're like, I don't want to get YouTube Premium.
Guys, I've had YouTube Premium for like 2 years now, and I'm never going back. It's the best.
Can you switch between accounts? Like how? Like I use different accounts when I watch, can you do it all on the same thing?
No. Why do you use different accounts? Like,
For
why
some
do you
reason, I have like my main account that's like my channel on it, but I don't like having that. It freaks me out. So I'll use just a different one that's just Elliot, and then that way I can comment on things, but I'm not commenting. It's not me commenting.
I see. You just have to choose your most.
So, like, well, how do I put this? When I am verbally harassing people, I don't want it to get back to me. Will YouTube Premium take care of that? No, I don't do that. I do that on Reddit. I do not do that on YouTube.
Yeah.
I need you to start sending me your Reddit posts so I can vicariously engage with you.
That was what on the first night of our honeymoon. I introduced Grace to the influencers that I like to make fun of, who are hyper fundamentalist evangelicals and influencers. And she was like, "This is the most insane world." She's like, "You're opening up a whole new world," and we just watched like hours of these people and. It was such a dark hole to go down, but it was quite fun and enjoyable.
That's great.
And she kept scrolling through the subreddit, and she would read stuff, and I was like, she's gonna end up reading one of my posts.
You're commenting enough that they're because you're saying like you get up there, you get like top.
Sometimes,
comment.
yeah. I've got a couple zingers in there, yeah, and pretty.
I didn't know
exciting.
you did this, Elliot. This is news to me.
Yeah, it's like it's fun too because every now and then I'm like, ha, got him. And then I'll forget, and then I'll go check it, and it'll be like all these notifications, and people talk and be like, "Hi, yeah," and I'm like, "Look at my little online friends, and no one, they probably think I'm a woman."
Did you get? Have you got death threats for fake Elliot yet?
No, I'm not too mean. But boy,
just-
that'd be great. I have gotten into arguments. I got into a really nuanced argument about something about Jung. It went on for like 3. It went on for like 3 days, and I started just making fun of the dude, and he was like, "Stop! You're clowning around." And I was like, "Yeah." And then at the end, we made up, and we were friends, and we liked it. And he said, "Oh," and then at the very end, he goes, "You should try doing comedy one day." And, it was great.
That takes balls to do that on Reddit, though. Reddit scares me a little bit. I'm always afraid of Reddit.
Everyone's angry at everyone on
yeah,
Reddit.
and smart. Reddit has some smart people in there.
My favorite
and a lot
thing.
of actually smarts.
Oh yeah. Just people
So, like-
that are like make good points. That, oh,
Yes.
you were definitely a speech and debate kid.
Exactly.
My favorite thing to stumble across is poems for your sprog or whatever. It's a guy. It seems like there's a community of it, but every once in a while, when you're going down the comments, you'll be like, "Oh, here's a 8 stanza, really well written poem about the subject at hand," and it's usually very smart. It's usually very like insightful. Do you never see those, Elliot? They're great.
No.
There's
I
different
never.
niche things like that. Sometimes there's like a sketch, like a guy who does like sketches of like whatever's being talked about, or like there's a bunch of random people who do that. It's cool. Yeah.
Well, I'll take the lull in this conversation to take a left turn and let you guys know that I started a new job.
Yes,
Oh!
Start a new job.
Wait, you haven't talked about it live yet?
No, started a new job.
God.
Took 2 months, got laid off, did that whole
God bless it.
search for a job thing, which is always fun, and I started at React,
Dun, 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 dun.
What?
formerly of Fine Brothers, but it's been acquired by another company called Electric Monster, and
Yeah, no more Fine
yeah.
Bros.
I started on Monday, and it's a new world, my friends.
How do you? What is it like, Joe? I mean, like, you if you look at the past year, 2 years, you've certainly had some major shifts, some ebbs, some flows. How do you feel like you're used to this sort of constant state of flux, or do you feel like you're worn out, or do you feel like you're in a good groove?
I hate the state of flux so much. Starting new jobs
anti-flux.
is hard. It's hard. I think there's like I'm an inherently. I think people assume Elliot, yourself, Kevin, comedians, Valleyfolkers, people of our ilk are naturally extroverts. Like Steve is a natural extrovert.
Yes,
I think I am a natural introvert that once you get to know me, I become an extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like, I don't walk into a room and try to own it or anything. So the whole job search was anxiety inducing. And I think after I did a little bit of self-reflection, I realized it's anxiety inducing to me because it's this concept of having to impress and sell yourself to new people over and over and over again. And then once you do impress somebody enough, then you have to go into
Keep the
that
expectations.
Well, you have to go into that situation and then re-impress, reintroduce, get acclimated to a new group of people. And that just, it takes time, and it's always given me anxiety since high school. I didn't realize it back then that was a burden that I kind of had on my shoulders. I just would never feel comfortable in new situations, new rooms. But then having that expectation of, oh, that's a boisterous, funny person, it takes me a second to ramp up and get to that and feel comfortable. Do you guys feel that way about yourselves? How do you feel about yourself?
Oh my God, yeah, that's like 100% me, if not even like a little more so. It takes probably extra for me to get warmed up and actually feel like comfortable in the situation.
I feel like the closest I can relate to is doing doing school, and then seeing people in person. That there's like always a level of like, oh, Elliot does funny things. Like, I bet Elliot will be funny, and then I'm like so nervous and I'm so just like uncomfortable, and then I'll like by the end of it I'll get mildly comfortable. But I can't imagine, Joe, because I stay in the same environment so much that I worry that I'm like a too sheltered dog, that like if I were to have to get a job and go in there and have to see people, I don't know that I know how to talk. I'm already getting scared and choked up. I don't know how you do it. I really don't, because it's like I don't know how you impress. I don't know how you put on put on that thing that makes you go like, I'm a person, and now you get to know me. I feel like there's not that. I have to,
After 2 years of the pandemic too, it's like it's
That's
the same
exactly
thing.
Aspect of it.
So I'm definitely feeling that a little bit. They're all wonderful. They're all welcoming and trying to teach me the ropes. They're all very busy. They make a lot of videos and they crank out a bunch, so people have a lot of work to do. So I'm going to help hopefully lighten that burden a little bit. But dude, I was the same in college. Like when I remember going to college, I have a friend that was a professor of mine, and we were talking recently. I was like, oh yeah, you were my teacher, because he was also in improv with me after college. And then we were reminiscing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you were my teacher." And I was like, "You were like my computer teacher, weren't you?" He's like, "No, I was the head of the computer department, but I was your philosophy teacher." And I was like, "Holy shit, I completely forgot about that. This is a man of many hats."
Wow.
Yeah. And he goes, and I go, "Oh yeah, I remember that." I was like, "What do you remember about me as a student?" He goes, "I remember you were very bright, but you never talked." And then that clicked a memory in my brain in college, which is the ultimate new environment. Every class is a new environment. You don't know anybody every single time. I was so silent. I would just sit in the back. I'd never raise my hand. I'd never really participate.
No.
Yep.
Ever.
No.
But this is Gonzaga, and it was small classes, so more like high school-esque classes. It wasn't like auditoriums filled with people. Same thing. It would take like maybe by the end of the semester, I would feel like I got warmed up and comfortable enough to participate. But then it always came back to performing.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know?
Like in speech class, which was terrifying. If it was a normal speech, anxiety would be high. But then I would like turn them into mini performances. So I had to do an instructional speech once, and then I just turned it into like, how do you turn this T-shirt into a ninja mask? And I just kind of took on a character, and that would make those moments easier because I guess I was stepping outside of myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know why? Fun fact that it takes us sometimes a long time to get warmed up.
No, but I would love to hear about it.
It's because the three of us, are in fact the shy guys.
YouTube.com/the Valleyfolk for visual joke.
I regret diving into that. God damn it, Elliot. I was into that.
The shy guys?
I was ready for that.
I
was ready for you to give some insightful thing. And your fucking ass showed up.
Yeah, I have a master's degree in depth psychology. Thank you.
I was going to say, though, you were saying, like, extroverted. I think the three of us are the introverted and Steve's the extroverted one.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
All three of us are introverted. Yeah.
That I can tell you, actually, I just found out I can get licensed now to do the typology stuff. So if you guys, I will give you the quiz when the time comes, and I have to sit down ethically with you for an hour afterward to go through and find out what your general typology is. Typology gets a bad name when it's used for bad reasons.
What's typology?
Yeah, please tell us.
Can you
tell us
elaborate?
Typology is basically what the introvert.
Is that
extrovert,
Picasso?
Maybe it is. I don't know. It's personality types. It's your personalities, and it's that's where the introvert extrovert comes from. And then you have like your dominant functions and your inferior functions.
Isn't that how's that different from Myers-Briggs?
Myers-Briggs, yeah, it is Myers-Briggs, but it extends a little further than Myers-Briggs. But Myers-Briggs comes out of Jungian typology, yeah.
So
and
could
sometimes,
you? Oh, go.
Well, I was gonna say, only as a disclaimer, sometimes it makes people think that it's like putting you in a box, but it's really not. It just sort of lets you know what your weaker areas are. Like mine is
what are you?
I'm an ISTP, so I'm introverted, and then my dominant function is introverted thinking, and then I have extroverted sensing is my auxiliary, and then the inferior is let me find it. I think it's extroverted intuition. I think something like that. Because there's different. They're all.
I know what. Yeah, I've read a bunch about that. I want to know what Joe is. I'm really curious about that. I'm INFJ, which is supposedly the rarest.
Oh, yeah, I'm INFJ. Is it the one where you brag all the fucking time?
Yeah.
Kevin?
Oh God. And like we don't effing know that you are that.
It's not like we hear it every single podcast.
Jeez. God.
Guys, there's
what
only
a bunch
three
of assholes.
INFJs in the world.
What did you say you were, Kevin?
INFJ.
Yes, INFJ is actually what the majority of people at my school are.
Not that rare, is it?
Hell yeah, dude.
How about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You are an introverted intuition. Okay. And then you're not very good at extroverted sensing. Okay, that's my secondary. So okay, interesting.
What can you explain, like real quick? The I'm 5 extroverted sensing.
Extroverted sensing is like it's literal sensing things. So like your environment. So extroverted sensing is like you're aware of your surroundings and you're aware of the actual material reality going on. And it's extroverted, so it's going outward. Whereas in introverted sensing, you're very aware of what's going on, like in your body, or you're very good at like note keeping. Like introverted, yeah, you'll be very organized with your stuff. And then intuition is sort of seeing patterns or seeing beneath the surface of things. And then feeling is not really emotions, but feeling comes usually with the emotions. Feeling is more like actual what your core values are. And then there's thinking, obviously, which is thinking. And then introverted thinking versus extroverted thinking. So, like, a lot of cops are extroverted thinking, like, because they want to impose rules on everything. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
It's fun.
If you had to guess without sitting down with me for an hour, I know this isn't moral, but what would you guess I am?
Definitely introverted.
Yeah.
Probably beyond that, I don't really know. It'd have to be you might be. You definitely are good. Like, if I throw you something, you'll catch it.
I think he's a P. He ends with a P.
Yeah? Yeah, because that's another aspect of it. There's the attitude and the...
judging and
surprising
perceiving.
Amount about this.
I've read a bunch about this, but only Myers-Briggs. I haven't gone, like, deep. And I've heard Myers-Briggs can be, like, kind of iffy. Like, you can't take it too seriously.
No.
What about Enneagrams? Does that include Enneagram numbers at all?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with those. I think it all kind
That's
of
another
comes down
big
to
thing.
the same. Yeah. All of that stuff
Yeah.
is just kind of fun to like be like, okay, I know what this is.
Totally.
It's all to like make you be a little self-reflective, right? Like if somebody's like, here's some things about you that we see. If you're dealing with somebody that's open and has a little bit of a healthy perspective and outlook and trying to improve and self-reflect, that gives them a starting point. Is kind of what.
And also like a idea of
Exactly.
if you feel out of place, you're like, oh, I'm not as weird as I feel like I am. This is like an actual category of people in the world that are similar.
Yeah. And it's like apparently it doesn't ever really like change, but once you know your inferior function, there's this whole thing on like that basically is the thing that you're always going to kind of suck at, but that's the thing that is like a roadmap basically to, you know, becoming a little bit more of a whole person. Like I know that having my inferior function, I can see where that's cropped up, and you can go throughout your life and go like, oh, I see, this is like something that like repeatedly keeps coming up, and that part's interesting. But
So-
it's also
well,
you know.
The
You
Enneagram.
Oh, go ahead. Go
The
ahead.
Oh, here he goes. Here goes Kevin.
Fucking
The
extrovert.
Enneagram, where it's the numbers. The thing that was cool about that was it showed like how you act when you're under a lot of stress and how you act when you're like achieving like your wholeness. And reading that was like, whoa! It's pretty much reading what I am when I'm stressed out and reading what I am when I feel the best. And that was like really cool to like. It's really well at categorizing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look that one up because let me see. So mine will be like, it'll say, let's see, my strengths, my weaknesses. I can be initially skeptical. I dislike being managed. I tend to resist teamwork. I can lack confidence, and when I criticize, I can come across as harsh. F you, whatever. No, I don't. Shut the.
You're a stupid book. Fuck you.
Stupid. Yeah, you stupid book. Why don't you go talk to Kevin? Resist playing by the rules, and then it's like it'll give you all. What did you say yours was, Kevin? This just gets fun.
INFJ.
Weaknesses. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you'd be hypersensitive to sensory stimuli because of your inferior function being extroverted sensing.
Yes.
That would be too much. You wouldn't like loud. You wouldn't be a big Vegas Fremont Street fan.
Which I think everybody could guess that.
Yep. Overly intense, leading to burnout.
Yeah.
Can get trapped in a desire to please. Would love to see it, Kevin.
Yeah. Let's see that perk up a
Yeah, I'd
little
like
bit.
to see that side.
What if Joe's an INFJ too? That'd be great.
What if I just
Team,
made fun
team.
of every person?
Actually, we should do the Twest online isn't that big, and we should just do that for next pod and have Steve do it too, because
Well,
I'd
I'd
love
like-
to see what Steve is.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
the real one though. I think that I can.
Well,
send,
I mean, I just didn't know how long that would take. Do we have to sit with you in a room?
Gross.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and let's be honest. When are we going to be in the room?
Who wants to
together?
do that?
Well, just alone with Elliot. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh God, I know. I don't know how Grace does it. Anyway, let's keep going through your weaknesses, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hard to get to know, but hungry
Yeah.
to belong.
Yeah.
You dislike of any kind of impromptu situation.
Yep.
Job satisfiers, new starts, changing the system, facilitating personal growth, doing work that has depth, being personally challenged, empowering others.
I think
Wait,
that all
that's
sounds like
weaknesses?
No, those are good things.
Okay.
I mean, let's see what you do with them. But
yeah, weakness is in the wrong hands, if you know what I'm saying.
yeah. Oh, Kevin again. Articulate, able to sense deeper meanings. You enjoy one-on-one conversation, as we just mentioned. You value theories, models, graphic organizers, personal ethics, altruism.
Your name
And
is
this
Kevin. You wear glasses.
Yep, this is your behaviors under stress. You ready?
Yeah.
Is this
Isolate.
withdrawal?
Uh-oh.
It says right here, withdrawal. Yeah, withdrawal, obsessing about the past, physical symptoms of illness.
Whoa.
Brooding. You might become defensive. You might cry, and you might implode.
I wish I could cry.
And on that note, everybody,
Please.
Thank you for listening to the Valleycast. Elliot, please send me a link to the best version of that test that I can take online, and I'll do it, and we can talk about it next time. We'll send it to Steve as well, because it is all very fascinating. Everybody, thank you for listening. Fun update of for the movie game for those that are waiting in Europe and the UK. I found a workaround of the VAT registration, so I will be sending product to your side of the ocean in the next week, and that'll take, because of freight and shipping, probably 4 to 5 weeks. But what I'm saying is that we have figured it out, and it will officially be coming your way.
Heck yeah!
I want to say very soon, but soon.
Yes.
But yes, the backdoor version of trying to figure out how the hell to get the product over there worked. So it'll be coming your way, and then I will officially consider it a successful campaign because we will have completed all of our fulfillment needs and endeavors.
I love that.
That makes me feel very, very great. So thank you to everybody that was supporting it. Thank you to everybody that helped get it made and bought it. That being said, go to our Shopify. It is Christmas season soon. Wink, wink. We still have some product that needs to be moved, so please.
Nice.
You can help support us by getting it out to the world a little bit more before it's gone forever.
Beautiful. I love
Try
it.
HelloFresh. Give HelloFresh a try.
Yeah,
That's
do
right.
that. Do that.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.